What's up guys, LeopoldTheBrave here, presenting to you all the biggest update this channel is ever going to have, probably. And the update is that I am done. Yep, I'm done. So I'll elaborate what's going on first, and then elaborate why it's happening next, just for the people who don't really care why. Okay, so what's happening is, I'm not leaving YouTube and I'm not stopping any of the shows that I'm doing, like versus character cards and all that. I'm not done with YouTube, I'm just done trying. All the planning and scheduling and all the promoting, throwing it around, just stressing over all this stuff to make sure people see the videos. So there's pretty much going to be a huge update on how I do things on my end, but on your end, the only difference you'll really have is when I upload videos, because I'm just going to upload them sporadically whenever I feel like it, no more once every 4 days or once every 5 days like I'm doing now. It's just gonna be whenever. You might not get a video from me in like over 2 weeks, if that's how I feel. Or you may get a new video 3 days in a row. Lucky you. And I'm gonna be doing a much wider variety of things. I know I already do a pretty huge different variety of things like Tekken videos, versus videos, crash videos. Sometimes I just do reviews and countdowns, but I'm gonna go even further and just talk about whatever I want sometimes. Even if it's something I've never talked about on the channel before or something I don't think people would be interested in, I'm still gonna talk about it anyways, just because I want to. So yeah, that's basically the gigantic change of the channel. I'm just going into whatever and whenever I feel like it mode. But now why? Let me answer why. Well, for those who don't know, I've been doing YouTube for a long time. My first channel was made all the way back in 2008, and I did that for about 6 years until 2014 when I started LeopoldTheBrave. And now I did this for 6 years, and still nothing has happened. And by nothing has happened, I mean I haven't really made a career out of it. You see, back then in 2008 in the early years of YouTube, having a career out of the platform actually seemed pretty possible. You just had to put up consistent, unique, and interesting content that came from your imagination. And even several years later in 2014 when I started LeopoldTheBrave, it still didn't seem too far out of reach. But nowadays YouTube is pretty much taken over and dominated by all these different companies and corporations and big networks and everything. So if I haven't made a career out of it by now, it's probably not going to happen ever. Now of course, as they always say, if you go into YouTube with a specific goal in mind of making a career out of it and focusing on money and whatnot, you're going to fail. But the thing is, while I wanted to make a career out of it, money wasn't exactly the focus. You see, I'm disabled, I can't see well, my eyes don't work correctly, so I can't drive, go to a 9-to-5 job on my own without someone taking me themselves. Transportation's too expensive, so I always saw YouTube as like this thing I could do from home and be safe and secure there. I wanted the career not for the money, but just to live. But the thing is, back then with my first account, I was like 11, 12, 13, and then when I started LeopoldTheBrave, I was like 15, 16, 17. But now I'm older and I've discovered a bunch of different things I can actually do from home. I'm actually taking a course and training in one now. So with that said, me trying as hard as I am now and continuing as I am now with YouTube is a bit pointless. And honestly, I've had this whole thing in my head for the past year, and I should have went ahead and gone through with it. But I felt like if I did just quit, then the past 10 plus years would have been an entire waste. I felt like I was in too deep to quit, but now I just don't care. I'm gonna use YouTube as a hobby now. That way I can focus on art a bit more, focus on my course a bit more, get back into voice acting, spend more time with friends, yada yada yada. So yeah, going into whatever and whenever mode. Hope you guys understand. LeopoldTheBrave, out.